W.A.S.P program, the podcast where we try to get you into a band. Today's band is W.A.S.P. W.A.S.P.
Yes.
Saxon. Is that really what it's for? White Anglo-Saxon Protestants?
The rumored names are they've never confirmed it, but the main two rumored ones are white Anglo-Saxon Protestants and we are sexual perverts.
That one seems more likely.
It does. It does. But the band is never confirmed. It's all just rumor and innuendo.
So that voice you just heard was Cory. And clearly by your excitement and your willingness to jump in and me asking you that question, W.A.S.P is your baby, your idea. Tell me about W.A.S.P and why we needed to do them today.
I love them, dude. And it's funny because, I mean, we were talking about this earlier. I was talking about this with both of you guys, V and I, before we left the house, and then you and I got here. The Doors are my band, but 80s hair metal is the weird subgenre that I'm the most obsessed with. And of all of the 80s hair metal bands, and people say what you will about this crop of music, but, W.A.S.P to me is one of the ones that has always stood out. My buddy Ballard introduced them to me. I used to go, he went to VCU, and I would drive up to Richmond to party with him. And he was a big music guy, and he introduced me to them. And he played a song that we're inevitably going to talk about. And because I was 19 at the time, I was like, this is fucking awesome. And so I started exploring them on my own, and I fell in love with them, dude. They're the hair metal thing, but they're also a mixture of Alice Cooper. There's Alice Cooper inspiration there. There's a little Kiss inspiration there. You know what I mean?
He said it himself.
There is.
That had to have been hard.
He did.
There is. I hate to say it because, when you told me that the other day, I wanted to hit the red phone on you. But it's
went
not
a long
entirely
pause.
wrong.
Like it was a long one. I was like, this is like a Kiss wannabe band, and he was just like,
they definitely didn't move the merch and work the machine the way that Kiss did. But They had a flair for, dramatic shit, blood, BDSM, women in chains and cages on stage and shit. And that's just not for everybody, dude. And they eventually got away from that, and they were the Filthy 15, they called it, the PMRC, when they started slapping parental advisory decals on records and shit. One of their songs was part of Tipper Gore's Filthy 15, and they were a middle finger to the establishment. They were a hair metal band that wasn't Poison, that wasn't Def Leppard, even though I love those bands. They were different, and I've always loved them. They have a very distinct sound for the genre, and I fucking love these dudes.
So the story for you, V, is a lot different. I feel like you... I don't want to say you didn't volunteer because you're here.
Yeah.
You're doing it.
Yeah.
But you definitely did get roped in. So tell me what you knew about W.A.S.P going in and what you were expecting maybe.
So I had no idea anything on W.A.S.P. I knew they were a, 80s hair metal band kind of sound. And I did it because I love Cory and because he's been constantly pushing me to do that, listen to them. So I was like, fuck it. Why not do it for Deprogrammed? Did not realize what I was getting into because I don't really listen to 80s hair metal. And then having to listen to it consecutively for at least a minimum of 5 hours, because that's about as much music that we listen, at least,
I believe. Yep.
At least that much time. And I was like, I had to keep stopping because when I started realizing if I listened to it too much, by probably about 15 songs in, I'd start saying, "Oh, this all sounds the same." Especially when I came to that last record, when I hit the first song of that last record, and I was like, "This sounds the same." I was like, "All right, I need to take a break," because I can tell by the sound it's not the same, but my brain was registering it as the same because I'm not used to that sound, and I just was like, "I don't know how you do this to listen to this all the time." And he was just like, "What? They're fucking awesome." And I'm like,
I mean, I work in Morrison here and there too. It's not all W.A.S.P. They do get heavy rotation though.
Yeah.
I feel like you feel the same way about W.A.S.P that I do about fucking Ed Sheeran.
How? How does he sound this? His melodies sound the same.
Fake Irish.
They literally have the same structure for each song almost.
Nobody cares that they fell in love with the Irish band or whatever.
That
me
was
too.
that wasn't even like
right now.
what?
The looks that are being exchanged.
Remember when you,
You know what?
comped Wasp to Kiss? Here you go.
How is that? At least that has some basis.
I'm just saying I probably feel the same way about Ed Sheeran as you do about
I'm sorry,
my
I
guy
had facts.
Blackie.
I had facts. You know, I have some really good notes in here about this. You know what you need to do? You need to do an Ed Sheeran episode of Deprogrammed, even though it already. Well, no, it hasn't happened yet.
Ed Sheeran hasn't happened yet.
You know
put him
what?
on the board.
You know what? You know what you could do? You know what you
Now the look I'm getting, folks.
So is it only her for Ed Sheeran?
Right now, I think.
You know what? Fuck it. Put me down for Ed Sheeran. Let's make this a challenge then. I'll do fucking Ed Sheeran. Fuck it. I mean, begrudgingly. And I'm going to be a surly dick the entire episode. But I will goddamn do Ed fucking Sheeran.
All right, this is stuff we save for Aftermath.
Yes.
Thing. But anyway, go ahead.
So for me, I'm essentially in the same boat you are, V. Like, this is completely new to me.
Really?
I mean, I'd
shit.
heard W.A.S.P. Like, I'm familiar that the band exists. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure at some point, you know, they popped up on FM 99 or something, and I'd heard a song kind of in passing, never knowing that it was them.
Yeah.
Going through the discography, none of them, I went, oh yeah, that song. Mm-hmm. There was like one or two that were like vaguely familiar that I was like, maybe that's the one I knew. So like, there's nothing I can definitively go, that's the W.A.S.P. song I knew going in. So it's all pretty much new to me.
Okay.
I will say, to V's point, I'm glad we stopped at 5 records?
Yes.
And not because I don't think there's possibility of good stuff past 6, but by record 5, you're like, I get the point. I see what we're doing here.
Yeah.
And, you know, really, we could have done 2 records and really hammered home the point, I think.
For sure. Yeah. Well, one of the things through this, and we'll get into it, is the 5th album, The Crimson Idol. I really like that fucking album, and I forgot how much I liked it. So I'm glad we stopped at the perfect point, to your point. But
I was really annoyed because I didn't think I was going to, like, because by the 4th album, I was like, it's all sounding the same. That's fine. Like, not really, but really, like, you know. And then the 5th album, I was like, oh, what the fuck?
They're
what
like
the
the
fuck?
Boston of 80s hair bands.
What the fuck?
Although, to be fair, all 80s hair bands kind of sound quasi-similar.
Yeah,
Well, it sounded like they were finally getting not finally getting a different sound, but kind of maturing their sound a little bit, if that makes sense. Like, not complicating it, but like not just making it about your instrumentals.
Well, yeah, we'll get into it, but it's toward the last couple albums that we had is where Blackie Lawless decided he wanted to kind of get away from singing about sex all the time. You know what I mean? And that's where you see kind of the rhythm, or not the rhythm, but the tone change. You know what I mean?
It seems like he explores himself as an artist because, like, he does. It's very evident.
What's funny is, like, at that point in the discography, you know, the most recent episode you did was Avenged Sevenfold. And, you know, obviously this isn't...
Cheeks.
This obviously isn't, you know, apples to apples here, but seriously, I could see where Avenged might have pulled from that kind of stuff that W.A.S.P. was doing. To your point about Alice Cooper, like, you know, there's definitely the theatrics of an Alice Cooper. I'm glad you brought up Kiss because I was gonna do it. Like, there are a handful of times where I'm like, I didn't go as far as she did with saying they're like a wannabe Kiss, but like I definitely was like, Kiss had some sort of influence on this band.
Yeah, and I hate that you guys are right, because I have a very love-hate with Kiss, and it's a strictly love with W.A.S.P, but...
Well, it's the worst part is he was swearing the lead singer was hot, and that's what started the whole thing.
I have a man crush on Blackie Lawless.
And
I mean, not back in the day Blackie, not now Blackie. He's not Blackie anymore. He's born again guy, but yeah, he's not singing certain songs from the discography anymore. He refuses to. But I definitely had a man crush on in his prime Blackie. But the Kiss thing I equate more to the theatrics that they would do at their live shows. You know what I mean? Because Kiss was very built around their live shows and experience. You know what I mean? I've seen them live, and it's pyro, it's whatever. A lot of, you know, Kiss's shit is FM radio stuff, and that's not even a lot of their best shit. But anyway, I get the analogy. It just pained me to admit it, and I wasn't gonna admit it to you.
I wish I had recorded that moment in time because it was just like, I've never made him like that flat out speechless. Just like, I just want to kill you.
It was crickets.
The other band that I drew the most comparison to, as opposed to your typical 80s, you know, your Poisons and Rats and whatnot, was Twisted Sister. There's a lot of Twisted Sister here. Like, you know, fun without being, you know, there's definitely overly dirty stuff here, but like, but still fun.
Yeah.
And, there's a song we will talk about, I'm sure, that made me go, ah. And, I'm immediately redeemed on the next one going, oh, okay, so it's not that.
Right.
And there is more of what they did in the song that made me groan, which, maybe would have made me listen to that other song differently. But to make me groan on the first song in.
Yes.
Kinda,
Yeah.
So
That's the one.
Let's get into it then. So we stopped at 5 records. As you're putting your 20 together for this, is this, because this is a band you've been waiting on, is this like easy for you, or?
It was fairly easy. The last couple cuts I made were a little tough, but then I realized as I'm going, I'm like, it's kind of 6 in one, half dozen in the other. I did leave a couple of the songs they're known for off. But it was pretty easy. I mean, I was finished my list. We were talking before we came on, before you guys, and I had my final 20. But it definitely wasn't the Doors. Nothing will ever be that fucking hard. But it wasn't difficult for me to make the cuts. You kind of get an idea of what belongs and what doesn't.
So. I imagine it's a little tougher for you, V.
I have no idea what their popular songs are, so I just went with, and even like afterwards I like looked at because I listened to it on Apple Music, and like after I did the whole album, I would look and see like, oh well, that song had a star next to it, I guess it was popular, but like I didn't really pay attention to that until after, so mine's just random, like not random, but like what I actually liked.
So you went with what you like as
okay. As like I figured I'm a new listener, whatever attracted me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. I took a similar approach. Like anything that made me not hit pause, but pause, made me go,
yeah.
Okay, there we go. Like that. That's what I want more of. And then there were a couple songs that I took specifically because they reminded me of Kiss.
Yeah.
And not necessarily that I think
I want to know which ones those are.
Not necessarily because I think they necessarily need to be in the 10, but I can go, this actually sounds like a Kiss song. This one right here. This
my 7-inch leather heels.
So, I mean, we don't have a giant discography here. I think it worked out to like 60-something songs.
Yeah, it's not a boatload. It's not a ton.
But based on the conversation we just had, like it seems like we could be all over the place. What do you think, Cory? What do you think for the final say?
I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna say 4. And I'm really curious going into this because, you guys aren't super familiar with the band, so I'm curious to know.
And we've kept everything from each other, basically, other than the Kiss comment.
I've tried to kind of be like, what's your number one? Because I'm going to die on the hill for number one. And I was just kind of like, what is it? And she's like, I'm not telling you.
Well, he knows one of them. There was only one song I couldn't listen to. And it was actually for the reasons probably not most people would think. Oh. But I told him, I was like, there's only one song and I skipped. And I couldn't do it. Like, I tried 30 seconds of it. And I was just like, I can't. This is,
Okay.
So I'll get into that later.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So what do you think, V, for the final say?
I'm going to go 2 because I know mine are all over the board. So
Going low.
Well, she's playing the game now.
Yeah.
I came to win.
I know. It's so hot when you play the game.
Oh, here we go. Gag me.
You know what? Somebody's got to be positive here, and I might as well be that guy. I'm going to go 7.
Oh,
wow. Okay.
Odd number in the house. I hate those.
But you never know. Like, 2 and 4...
They're really safe.
3 seems like it could be it.
Yeah.
But if we only do 2, 3, or 4, somebody's got to come in here positive, right?
Right.
Might as well be me.
PMA.
Might as well be me. There's no camera, so me doing the RVD thing doesn't do anything for anybody. All right,
just know it happened, people.
We're gonna take a quick pause, and when we come back, we'll play the game. It's deprogrammed. Kickstart your road to fitness with the Hard Work Works fitness app. For all ability levels, full gym, no problem. What's included? Over 200 workout plans available for every situation from a full gym to no equipment at all. Nutrition guide to help you stay on track, and all of this is only $10 a month. There's a special offer for Deprogram listeners. Use promo code STUPID and get your first month free. The Hard Work Works fitness app. Decide, commit, succeed, and join the hustle today. And with that, the name of the game is Deprogrammed. The three of us have combed through a selection of the W.A.S.P discography, the first 5 records, if you must know, and have plucked out 20 songs in an attempt to create out that we're now going to match together in an attempt to create a top 10 starter kit for you, in case you are like me and V and never given W.A.S.P a chance. And I'm going to start here because this was when I locked in. And I already clued everybody in which one it is because it was the second song on the playlist. I Want to Be Somebody.
Yep.
I actually crossed that one off, so no.
Wow. Okay.
That is one of their more known songs too, but it's so fucking good, dude.
Well, somebody's gonna bring it up, but like, I had a bad taste in my mouth from the first song. I was like, is this what this is gonna be? And then when I Want to Be Somebody starts, it's like, oh no, it's not.
I really liked it. I mean,
there's 60 songs, so
For me, it's the only musical instrument I can kind of sort of play is drums. Mm-hmm. So when you come in like that, I'm already in. You know what I mean? I love this song. It is one of their more popular ones, but for a good reason.
All right, Corey.
Goddamn, I love that first album so much, and the second one, Last Command. So you know what? Fuck it, I'll go to Last Command. This is one of my favorite songs by them that wasn't one of the more popular ones. Jack Action.
I didn't have that one.
I do.
Fucking right.
Because, and I'll tell you why. I had number one. I just had this weird feeling that would be something you were into. There is something cheesily lovable about that song.
Yeah.
Like, it shouldn't work because Jack Action.
Looking for Jack Action.
Yeah. And it's like, well, this is kind of lame, but you're at the same time you're like, yeah, me too. I'm looking for Jack Action.
Who doesn't want Jack Action?
Yeah. So there was something about it that I couldn't escape. And then when I came back around, there is a lovable cheesiness to W.A.S.P.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what is more lovably cheesy than Jack Action?
Fucking Jack Action, dude.
So, yes. All right, V?
Blind in Texas.
Got it.
Okay, I don't, but it's got 2.
That's probably their commercially most well-known song.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny. I liked it because, exact quote, love the beat and the drums, plus God bless Texas with his own hands.
Of course. I almost left this off because it was a Texas reference, but
I know. That's why I was like, I have to put it because Corey won't put it.
this was like number 19, I think, that I put on. I just got to a point where I was like, I can't not put it on there.
I think, because I somehow failed to mention this, my first pass had 28. That was definitely one of the 28. I don't remember where I cut it, but it definitely made my first
I had
pass.
33 first pass.
Wow.
Yeah.
Had
to make 13 cuts. 13
Look
cuts.
at you going deep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to go with my first Kiss reference. And this is sound-wise, this is the way the song is like put together. Even the title of the song is very Kiss. LOVE Machine.
I knew it. Yes.
What one is that on?
Fuck yeah,
It's on
W.A.S.P.
the first record. Yeah.
Oh, I actually cut that one.
All right.
I debated that in another one of their.
I love the drums in it. Apparently,
it's a great fucking song. I definitely get the kid. Even like you said, the name of the song. I mean, is very fucking
Love
Kiss.
Machine is only one step away from Love Gun.
Right. So. Which is his penis.
Yes.
Okay. I'll hang with you on self-titled With the Flame.
Yep.
no.
Wow.
We can't land nothing.
Right. Your two's looking really good.
School Days.
No.
I liked it because it was catchy.
I got it, but this was another one that I had because it reminded me of Kiss.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I can see it.
I just liked the sound of it, and I was like, it's a cute message.
That's another popular one, and you can see why.
All right, so wow, you're all kind of all over the place here, huh?
Mm-hmm.
No unanimous yet.
It makes me wonder because I would have thought one of those first 4, I Want to Be Somebody, Love Machine, The Flame, School Days, one of those I would have bet money was a unanimous.
Right.
Well, not just that, but I know the only reason this one's kind of like not nostalgic for me, but like Cory and I, when we first met, we were playing each other's songs that like I played him Bloodhound Gang or the fuck, I can't remember.
You and me, baby.
Yeah, main
Bad Touch.
yeah. So I'm nostalgic for Animal because he played me that one, and I was like, ha, that's funny because they're talking about sex. So that's on my list, but not to spoil.
Well, you just did.
Yeah.
We'll get back to it. I'm gonna go. You know what? This was already on my list before you sent it in the text. Wild Child.
Where's that one?
Last Command.
Second record. I think it's track 1 on the second. Yep.
No, I don't have that one.
Wow.
We're going to have conversations when we get home.
This is going to be a brutal conversation as it is.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing's going in a bin, but like, we might be the first zero.
Right?
All right. Cory.
Let's elephant room it out of the way. I know V teased it. I've got it too. Animal, fuck like a beast.
Yeah.
I don't. And again, if I would have left it in my first pass, it might have made it.
Yeah.
Because, you know, maybe I would have, because it's not as gross as like 17.
No,
Yeah.
God, no.
And
No, they have grosser songs.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
there was one I was just like, no.
Yeah.
But, and then there's like, you know, it doesn't gross me out the same way like Pour Some Sugar on Me does.
Right.
But like, the first line is like, oh, naked
I
lady on
got
the bed or
pictures of
something.
naked ladies.
And I was like, no, I don't want this. I was like, what the fuck is Cory making me listen to? No, I'll pass.
They cut this. This wasn't on the American. They didn't put this out in the States because they didn't want shit to be banned initially, and then they re-released the record with it up there. But yeah, he won't. He's a born again guy, so Blackie refuses to play this now. Yeah. He's like, I won't do it.
And I will say this: this isn't a hill I'm willing to die on. Like if we get around to the conversation, and everybody's like, "No, that's got to be in." Okay, like I'm not gonna fight it.
This is the one, aside from like me playing it for V when we first met. This was the song that Ballard played. He threw on up at VCU, and because I was 19. I was
fucking
yes! I'm a walking boner.
That,
I like this song.
Not just that, but the chorus is just like literally the same 3 words, so it's really like catchy, and it gets stuck in. You're like,
oh yeah,
like
it's. Yeah. I like it, but I get it too. I get it, but that way we get it out of the way early.
Yep. All right, V.
Inside the Electric Circus. I like that it started the album with high energy.
I got it.
That was on my. I had it on my first pass. I like it because I like the circus theme shit, and they do a lot. The tour they just went on, they canceled the show at the Norva that I wanted to go to. That was the theme of their. It was their 40th anniversary tour, and that was kind of the theme of it. Was dark circus shit, and I'm weird.
Everybody's done dark circus.
Yeah, exactly.
They have.
Exactly.
Did Psycho Circus.
Psycho Circus.
ICP is a dark circus.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, okay. Man, I honestly don't know where we're going to find these unanimouses. Because if it wasn't Wild Child or one of those 4 I mentioned before, I don't know what they are.
Yeah. There's one in particular. I thought Wild Child was going to be it. And yeah.
No.
I've got this listed as my 3rd favorite. And it's because it threw me a loop. I thought that maybe it was going to be a Hall & Oates cover. And then it starts playing, and I'm like, oh, it's not a Hall & Oates cover, but it's kind of fucking badass. Maneater.
I do not.
I think I remember having that one, but I don't remember if I crossed it off. Hold on. Where's it? Oh, yep, I have it.
Hey.
I said was sold on the intro.
Maneater. Let me mark that down, because I do not have that one.
All right. Cory?
I'm going to go with a cover as well, and they do a lot of covers. Last Command, I love Mountain's version, but I like W.A.S.P version of Mississippi Queen better.
I don't have that.
Wait, what was it?
Mississippi Queen.
Oh, yeah, I actually have that one.
Yeah.
Everything's getting 2.
I was like, well, I almost wasn't going to have this one because I told him, like, when he told me about them covering Mississippi Queen, I was like, how are you going to cover Mississippi Queen? And then I heard it, and I was like, it's decent. It's not like, yeah.
Yeah, I love this version. I do. But again, it's one of those things, if it's because I'm a mark for the band. And I love Mountain's version, too.
All right. V?
I'm gonna go to the last album. I love the song "Idol." The Idol.
Negative for me.
Same. I don't have it. That's the first one to go in the bin.
I love I don't know. I love the fact that it was like in the lead singer's perspective of like just kind of like showing you what he goes through.
Yeah, there's a lot of good shit off that album.
I loved it.
There's a lot of good shit.
And the skit at the end, I thought that was so cool how he hooks you in the middle of the album. Like if you weren't already listening, look, you're hearing my head.
Yeah.
I just thought that was so cool. Like 3-dimensional.
It's a lot of people think that's their best album, The Crimson Idol. That's like Blackie was like super anal, and that was like he was perfectionist as fuck. I mean, about all their albums, but this one in particular because they were coming out of the other side of basically being reborn themselves as a band too.
We're 55 seconds in, and we haven't gotten to the song yet. If you're wondering, this is probably why it hit I'm pretty sure it made my first pass, but this is why it probably didn't make the cut.
Yeah, it's a great song, but it does take a while.
It's also an 8-minute song.
Yeah.
And there's some of that on The Crimson Idol.
Yeah. It just sounds so... It kind of... Actually, you know what it reminds me of? Kind of like the vibes of Avenged from Nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought about that shit with the guitar.
Again, like, this album of W.A.S.P. to Avenged is not that far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Their Nightmare album, especially when the Rev was writing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, back to me. That's the first one to go in the bin, folks.
What?
Trash.
It was going to happen, you know? It was bound to happen eventually. Boy. Well, let's try out another sex song. How about Sex Drive?
Nope.
What album was that?
That was on
the second one.
Yeah, it's one of the first two.
No.
Oh.
I like it though.
Yeah, there it is.
Sex Drive makes you feel so alive, in the words of Blackie Lawless.
I could see it. It sounds kind of like, yeah.
I mean, I love it. But I didn't want to have all of these in there. I had to... I took Love Machine over this. I ended up debating this and Love Machine. I was like, I can't cut Love Machine.
All right. Cory?
Let me do... I'll throw one out off Inside the Electric Circus. Sweet Cheetah.
Nope.
I cut that one.
Ah.
Yeah.
I hope it's not all ones from here out, because you'll be in trouble.
Yeah. I like the drums a lot in this song, apparently.
That's what got me.
I don't really have a reason. Some of these I have reasons.
Yeah.
This one I can't really remember. Love God.
I know.
All right, V.
Um.
That one didn't even hit me until just then. That's why I sang it.
I got another one.
No, I'm just like, I don't know, because I feel like none of these you guys are gonna have. How about I'm gonna go from Crimson, whatever. I'm gonna go Hold On to My Heart.
Negative.
Nope.
Damn.
I've got 4 off that album too.
Just not the ones she has.
Yep.
I had, yeah. I'm. Wow.
Where is it? Am I just blind? I think I passed it.
Where are you?
You know what? Hold. There it is.
There it is.
It's just easier.
You pesky fucker.
All right. Well, we gotta get off the schneid here somehow.
Right? Momentum in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that we kind of started in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
I also
Maybe we should have been hopeful like Justin.
I know, right?
I just liked how it was just kind of like you could feel that he was raw. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I liked that he was going through his thing.
Yeah, there's not a bad song on this album.
So I also want to point this out. I think ultimately I agree with the both of you in that I think I liked this record the best.
Yeah.
But in doing what we're doing, I think it's the least best to point people to.
Yeah, because this isn't what W.A.S.P is known for.
Yeah.
It's probably musically their best shit, but it's not. If you're listening to W.A.S.P, you're not here for the Crimson Idol. You're here for Fuck Like a Beast and shit like that.
I'm here for everything.
So now it's me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
All right. How about 9-5 NASTY?
Nope. Had it first
Wait,
pass.
is
but
that
cut it.
NAST? That's on the Electric Circus?
95 nasty, yeah.
I had it and I crossed it out.
Oh, boy.
That would have been our first 3, guys.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been
That was one of the sex songs. I was like, yeah, no.
That's a sex song that I didn't even realize was a sex song. I guess I probably should have listened a little harder.
They're all sex songs up to a certain degree.
Oh, God. All right, we're just going to have to skip playing it because somehow I got away from the playlist. There it is.
That would have been our 3, guys. That would have been our 3.
You know what? I'm going to be PMA positive here. We're going to get one.
I like this intro a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds so fucking 80s. Like like right out of a fucking 80s movie.
Oh, yeah.
Like an intro. All right, Cory?
I'm going to go off of Last Command with Cries in the Night.
No.
Fucking hell.
That didn't even make my list.
Well, sometimes you got to do these things.
It should also be pointed out, folks, that part of this is it was a little rushed. Like we had to turn this around like in 5 days, 7 days.
Well, yeah, and I mean, when you don't have a super emotional attachment, you know, shit'll kind of hit your ear a little different, I guess.
Mm-hmm. I think we're noticing a theme. If they don't get right to it, Justin's out.
I usually have that in me, too.
I didn't do that on purpose, but I think it just kind of happened.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to mention one I crossed. Well, no, you know what? No, I'll wait till one of you guys announces it.
Yeah, because it's your turn anyway. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I still have 10 left.
I'm gonna go with I don't know how to say this. This is off the Headless Children. It's the one with the waltz. Mephisto
Waltz.
Yep, there you go.
Nope.
I really liked it. Wow, you guys suck.
I also have 10 left.
I have a lot left too. Let me see
Why
one.
does Spotify keep crashing?
Because, of course.
Stop doing that.
Because we're doing an episode. That's why.
Yes. I think we've
I
just
have
noticed
11.
the other thing that
Dude.
Justin went away from. Acoustic intros. Again, I didn't do it on purpose.
I mean, to be fair, I feel like you guys like played it like what's their sound. I played it more like what did I like.
Yeah.
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 All right.
Y'all played it like you were playing for Fredo, not like a new listener.
Well, no, I mean, because I'm a new listener, so.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
But I also wanted to be true to what the band was.
Yeah.
How about The Heretic, The Lost Child?
Got it.
Okay, so this is my rant.
Yep.
This song infuriated me. Starts off amazing, but what to follow, like a minute in made me throw. Wow, I really can't type. Apparently, I was very upset because a minute in it just drops, and then 2 minutes in picks back up again, and I fell in love, and I didn't like how my emotions were all over the place.
That's Blackie Lawless for you.
I was
on
like,
a roller coaster and you didn't like it?
no, I loved it because like the first like the intro of it, like whatever it was, like a minute. I loved how it like hyped you up, and then it was just like, and then you're let down, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep listening because maybe it goes back up. And when it came back up, I was like, you had me too long waiting for this. I don't like it, and it just it did not make my list. I was very infuriated by it.
Yeah, when you text me like, yeah, fuck this song, I was thinking like, well, it's on my list, so yeah.
All right. Well, at least we got another one in here. You know, let's see how many we have in the convo. Okay, so we have enough to make cuts. So
Yeah.
but nothing is in on its own merit. This would be
Seriously.
crazy if we get a 0. There's
Right?
plenty out there, but
There
like,
is.
I feel like we're all over the place. So.
Yeah, reading the tea leaves.
Yep. All right, it's on you, Corey.
All right, I'll go with an 8-minute off the Crimson Idol, Chainsaw Charlie.
Oh,
I had that one actually.
I did not.
I cut it and then I put it back up there because I just liked it. I had that was when I was like, how do I undo this? I had a whole thing at why I liked it, and I don't know why I liked it.
I got you. It's murder's the theme. Anything with murder, death gets me. I'm in.
Yeah.
It's very dark.
It was one of my last cuts. I don't remember where it got the cut. I think yet again, the acoustic intro strikes. I think, if I recall correctly. And then the other thing, Chainsaw Charlie, was Terry Funk's name in WWF.
Yeah, dude. Yep.
I was like, well, might as well axe that.
Yeah. We'll get rid of old Terry.
All right, V.
I'm gonna stay on the Crimson Idol. How about When the Levee Breaks?
Nope.
I liked it because it had the harmonica in it.
Yeah.
I like the vibe of it. I don't know. Yeah. But then again, like I said, I just liked it because I like the sound.
Well, yeah. Yeah, and that's...
Yet another cover.
Yeah. I mean, they do...
Oh, is it really?
I think it's, Zeppelin did
Zeppelin.
that originally.
Well,
And-
there you go. That was a new experience for me.
Well, I mean, it's...
I didn't even know the
I
original.
like a lot of their covers. They did fuck, the names escaped me. They covered a song by The Who as well that made my first pass, and I was like, I don't want to bring two covers into the conversation, and I opted for Mississippi Queen.
I didn't know it was a cover, so to be fair, yeah.
Nope, you're good.
I probably would
I
have cut
actually
it.
didn't even hear it. To be fair, it's not on the Spotify.
Oh, my bad. I just pulled it. Yeah, anyway.
Um,
I wasted one of my thingies.
how about Ball Crusher?
I actually had that one,
Wow.
I think. Yes, I had it. Yes.
I don't. Sticking with the theme.
Catchy Bye 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 Ball Crusher.
Ball Crusher.
All right, Corey.
I'll play my last one off of their first record with Hellion.
Nope.
Nope.
All right.
Nope. No notes. I got no notes on that one. I think I was just first album heavy,
Yeah.
which is crazy because I think I still have 2 left. Hellion.
1, 2, 3. How many do you have left?
Well, I meant 2
Oh.
off that first record.
Oh, okay. I was like, I still have 7 left.
Yeah, I think I still have something like that.
You same.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 left. All right, V.
Mantronic off of Inside the Circus. Apparently, I really love the guitar solo in the middle. It just spoke to me, apparently.
It spoke to my soul.
It did.
I do not have it.
Nor do I. All right, so based on the way this thing's going, we're
This is gonna
clearly
be
not getting a unanimous. I think what we're gonna do is we'll do one more round
And then
Okay.
dump out.
and then dump out from there.
Dump out.
And I need
Dump out.
Spotify to stop.
Which album is this? I don't know.
That's the first one.
Oh, it is?
All right.
What a good thing for Bill to get you.
Right? Thanks, Bill.
Okay. How about I Don't Need No Doctor?
Nope.
What one's that one on?
Electric Circus, I think.
I believe so.
Then no.
That, I think, is a Ray Charles cover.
Oh, really?
I think.
Yeah, this is looking like we're not gonna.
All right. Cory?
I only had 2 off of Inside the Electric Circus. I'll play the other one, King of Sodom and Gomorrah.
No. I have 2 more still on that album, too. That's crazy.
I think I've got 1 left from that one. Yeah. All right. V?
None of these we have together, guys. I'm gonna go Forever Free off of Headless Children.
That's a good song. That was in my first pass, but it didn't make it.
Nope.
Is that a cover?
Nah.
Okay. I like this one.
Nah, that's Blackie being in his feelers.
We're seeing a theme with Victoria here.
Mm-hmm.
I like him in his feelers.
Yeah.
You guys like him when he's...
You like emo Blackie.
80s.
I like, sex crazed bloody Blackie.
and Justin's between.
I'm going to just start at the top and go all the way down.
Okay.
These 2 I know for a fact Cory doesn't have. So, On Your Knees?
Nope.
Where's that one?
That's the first record.
Yeah, no.
And Show No Mercy?
No.
Oh, no, but that was up there.
On Your Knees. And Show No Mercy.
I had Sleeping Like Fire, but I crossed it out, so...
And then next one I have is Savage.
Nope.
Nope.
Ooh. All right. We are going to be the first 0 if I don't land one of these last 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy Living.
No dice.
Where's that one at? That's, Last Command?
It's inside.
Oh. No.
Inside the Electric Circus.
Nah.
We are ticking down the last opportunities here. The Real Me.
I have that one.
That's the fucking song by The Who. We would have had a unanimous. That's the song by The Who that they covered. And I was only bringing 1 cover in, and I took the wrong one apparently.
Clearly, some of these I didn't know were covers.
I didn't know it either. I just
might not have.
I could be wrong, but I'm 90% sure that's a cover of a Who song.
Like, I'm not trying to be funny here, but like, I would have picked their own songs if I'd have known.
Well, yeah, and that's that. Yeah, you don't. Yeah.
Because I had like 3 covers. Apparently, I didn't even know.
All right. I got 2 left here. Mean Man.
Negative. Good song though.
I think that's Headless Children.
Yep.
And this is the last opportunity. Arena of Pleasure.
Yes.
It's the only song from that record
Crimson
that
Idol.
he doesn't have.
I crossed it out. I love the strong instrumental intro. It hooked me right away. Loved the tempo, but I crossed it out.
It's the only one from that record V doesn't
No
have.
shirt, no shoes, no dice.
Oh, there we go. We are the first official 0, y'all.
Wow.
W.A.S.P made history,
Yep.
everybody.
I mean, if you're going to do it big.
Yeah, I'm sorry for suggesting a Cheeks band, people.
Not a Chiefs fan, just very diverse here. Wow.
All right. You still got a couple chances to land some stuff in the conversation here.
So I don't have a whole lot left. Widowmaker off Last Command. Do you have that, V?
No.
The Last Command off of The Last Command.
No.
Okay. What about the Neutron Bomber off of The Headless Children?
No.
If you listen to that, the intro to that is basically a carbon copy of Love Gun by Kiss. It's fucking funny as shit. The Invisible Boy off the Crimson Idol.
No.
And The Great Misconceptions of Me.
Oh, I have the Great Misconceptions of the Heart, but I might have mistyped that. Is that it?
Yeah, it's Great Misconceptions of Me.
Okay. I was also like, yeah.
Okay. So that's got 2 off of Crimson Idol.
Where is it?
I want to tell you guys my one rant song, too, that I had to skip. I couldn't do it.
All right. Well, dump out whatever you got left, and we'll go from there.
I had Restless Gypsy.
Oh, that was like a late cut for me.
I'm Alive, I think, is right after it. Yeah, I'm Alive. Titanic Overture.
Mm-hmm. I don't have it, but.
And I Am One. And the one that made me like rage and I had to cut it off was Headless Children, actually, the song. It was like so overstimulating. It was like I couldn't process all the sounds at the beginning, and it drove me up a fucking wall. I was like, I can't. It was like I just couldn't. Yeah, no.
History has been made, folks. For the first time in the history of Deprogrammed, nothing got through unanimously.
Fucking wild.
But we do have 17 here in the conversation. And I'm going to go ahead and put Real Me up there for getting cut because I didn't know it was a cover. Because we have what? Maneater, Mississippi Queen, Real Me.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't need a million covers here.
No, honestly.
I would want to. I don't know. From what my notes say, it seems like I really like that song compared to Mississippi Queen.
I mean, look, I'll acquiesce if we want to put a cover in to put the Real Me in. I'm good with that.
Yeah, because I really did like that
that
song from my notes. I don't remember off the top of my head.
The only reason I cut it was because I'm almost positive it's a cover of The Who. And I carried in Mississippi Queen because I fucking love the version. If it weren't for that, I would have had the Real Me, so it would have been unanimous. So
I will say this, like Mississippi Queen, I didn't recognize the song as a cover, but I knew that it was.
Right. And a lot of their shit's like that. Like I said, I think the Doctor song, I'm almost positive is a Ray Charles cover, but you wouldn't fucking know.
Right.
Because they don't sound like Ray Charles.
Is that what the lyrics are to the song? Because that's the Who song.
I believe so.
Yeah.
All right, so the Real Me we're going with in. All right, so let's that puts 1 of 10. And also none of us, we're gonna have to work our way through this. Is there anything that got to that you're like, man, maybe that doesn't belong here? Like something that can probably hit the floor, you think?
Man.
Well, Mississippi Queen can leave because we both were like, fuck that.
If we're going to dump a cover, dump covers, yeah.
Because it was like, it was good, but it was just like, I like the real, whatever, the other one better.
Mountain. Off the album Climbing. What else we got?
Do it this way. It's easier to.
So, man, there's a lot of good here. I'm okay.
What's the Love Machine one again? I forget how it goes.
Play it for you.
Okay.
It's Kiss Light.
I was gonna say if that's something you guys really want.
Oh, that's getting in, especially now.
I'll take that.
I was trying to find shit to dump. I mean,
turn it down. There we go. Jesus, phone.
If we're going with ones we want in, Wild Child's the one that I'm going to die on the hill for.
Wild Child?
Abso-fucking-lutely.
Did I have? No, I don't have.
It was me and that had it.
Yeah, that's going in.
I didn't even have that one written down. I apparently had no feelings on this one.
Yeah.
That belongs. Oh my god, dude.
It's okay.
I fucking love this shit.
This is a great tone setter for the record, too.
Yes.
Apparently I didn't feel that way.
See, this is something that is like their own.
Yep.
This isn't, this is just Kiss Light. This is Poison. This is...
It's got Journey vibes.
Oh, for the love of God.
if I were to compare it to this to anything, it'd be Twisted Sister. But even that is a bit of a... This song is a bit of a stretch.
There's little Cinderella in here, maybe. And that's just the similarities between Blackie's voice and Tom Kiefer's.
Yeah.
Slightly.
So are you putting up a wall, or are you just are you blocking it, or
No, I was fine with it.
All right.
It didn't stand out to me like hardcore. I wasn't like, oh my god, this is amazing.
That's offensive to me.
Oh my god, it wasn't that great.
Look, we can fuck around and keep talking about all these other songs, but if we don't get Jack Action at this point,
Put it in.
Here we go. Just go
Put
ahead.
Jack Action
Just go
in.
ahead. You know what? No, I'm gonna die on the hill for this one. No, I don't want it.
No, you're just being petty. I'm not doing Ed Sheeran then.
Wow. Aftermath, sir. Aftermath.
I'm just saying that has that cheesiness that you want out of W.A.S.P.
Fuck yeah.
Jack Action.
Looking for Jack Action.
It's fucking perfect.
Jack Action is where it's at. That's the man.
All right, so do we need to have the conversation now?
So I'm going to be honest. Looking at what we have and considering nothing was unanimous, I think it goes.
Yeah.
I do. I also think in it, then you get to the point, well, are we skewing too popular hit song heavy? I also think I Want to Be Somebody belongs. But I think since we had nothing unanimous, the song The Elephant in the Room should go.
Is it that? What's the song that everybody knows Kiss for? Is it that song?
Fucking Rock and Roll All Night.
Yeah, but that's probably the one.
It's
Or not
probably
Kiss? Sorry, I mean W.A.S.P. My bad.
W.A.S.P. So Blind in Texas is probably their biggest commercial hit.
Okay, so then-
critical hit.
Either then we need to have that one then.
So
So Fuck Like a Beast can go.
looking at the numbers on Spotify, their number one song with 61 million is I Want to Be Somebody. Wild Child is number 2. Animal Fuck Like a Beast is number 4 with 20 million.
I Want to Be Somebody belongs, especially since we got
It's
nothing
top
unanimous.
on whatever too. Wild Child second.
And you know, like I said, I'm not going to die on the Animal Hill.
I think it goes only because it
Wait.
you encompass.
We're getting both of them?
Yeah, I mean, we
Oh.
got nothing unanimous. And with Animal, you get the backstory of it got cut, and you get the representation from the PMRC, which is what kind of gave W.A.S.P. their rub that put them kind of into the mainstream success, because it's the forbidden fruit. When you tell somebody they can't have something, they want something.
Just point out that we have 3 from the first album.
That was going to be my next question.
Yeah.
Do we care about representation? I don't think it has to be like everything, but I do think that maybe that's enough from the first record.
For sure. Yeah, and I think that...
Aw, School Days didn't make it.
Well, we can go back. I
No,
do
you're
think
good.
that
I was
Crimson
gonna say-
Idol deserves something, at least one. That's too good an album. It's not W.A.S.P. in the traditional sense that you think of
But
W.A.S.P.
it is nice that we can give them, hey, here's us being like horny assholes.
Yes.
And we also play music.
Here's the evolution.
Yeah.
Right. Which, if we're going off the Crimson Idol, I think that's where we should probably go first. I mean, we've got Arena of Pleasure, Chainsaw Charlie, and The Great Misconception of Me. I had all 3 of these, so I can...
I had Arena of Pleasure. I literally cut it yeah.
So that was one of your last ones?
It's not gonna be like, I'm not gonna be like Fredo and say it was like my 21, because I had a lot of 21s, but it was a good one.
So listening to it, the reason I picked this is it does showcase the evolution, but it also sounds like
Like
the
there's-
rest of the
W.A.S.P.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds like evolved 80s hair metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
80s hair metal with depth.
I am so good putting that in.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get that. That brings us up to 7. And I don't think we kill the rest of the record, but I think we look elsewhere first.
For sure. If we're gonna
We've got 2 from The Last Command already.
we do, and I think that's probably their best record, honestly.
So is
Really?
it we get one more?
So do we want...
The Headless doesn't have any representation, and Inside the Electric Circus doesn't either.
and that's what I was just looking at.
Or no, the Headless does. It has the Real Me, or 2 Real Me, or whatever.
Oh, it does. Okay, you're right. You're
So-
right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that handles that if push come to shove.
Is Inside the Electric Circus the only one we have from that
That's
album?
the only one. I was just looking at that. So, I mean, do we want to put that in for... I mean, I was the only one that didn't have it, and I'm good with it.
I honestly liked it.
Yeah, I'm good with putting that in. It's a W.A.S.P song. It's got a W.A.S.P vibe to it. So that puts us at what? 9?
I think 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes.
7, 8. Okay. And we've... Looking at what we've got left, I think Blind in Texas has to be there.
All right. I was the odd man out there.
I think it's got to be there just because we've got 2 spots left. And then, fuck, okay.
I think that officially kills Ball Crusher, though. I don't think we, at this point, to be the last song, and I don't think it's Ball Crusher.
Yeah. I don't either.
Do we need Maneater?
No, and V hated Heretic, so I think we can ditch that.
I mean, I clearly didn't hate it. I just had a lot of feelings about it.
Right. So
I loved I fucking loved the intro. Like, I wanted it as my ringtone, and then it hit that 1 minute mark, and I was like, I am out on this song. I fucking hate you.
You suck.
So I mean, this gives us what I mean, we all liked Crimson Idol the best, but I just thought that that's not where I'd send somebody to start. I feel like giving them 2 tracks from that to go here, by the way, and one of those tracks is, hey, this is already in the pocket, and now we give them one that's outside the pocket to close it out.
I think we're between Chainsaw Charlie and Misconceptions of Me. I think it's got to be Misconceptions because there's not really... Chainsaw Charlie is more of what we already have in. And I think Misconceptions is a perfect microcosm of what that album was and what Blackie wanted it to be. So
no disagreement?
I don't remember that song. I just remember that I liked it.
And I think that gives us our 10. Indeed, it does. All right, this I think completely changes the conversation for number 1 too. So we've got The Real Me, LOVE Machine, Wild Child, Jack Action, Animal, Fuck Like a Beast, I Want to Be Somebody, Arena of Pleasure, Inside the Electric Circus, Blind in Texas, The Great Misconceptions of Me. Now, Cory, of those 10, is the one still in there that you would have thought? Okay.
It was Wild Child?
God damn it, you Thunderstealer, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What are you thinking, V? What's the one?
I don't know. I was gonna say probably, since you guys kept talking about it over and over again, probably should be I Want to Be Somebody, but I don't remember how that song's. I really clearly didn't retain because it sounds a lot of the same.
There's arguments to be made for a lot of this, but I am partial as hell to when I'm in the mood for I'm listening to W.A.S.P. Wild Child's where I go.
I could make a case for Wild Child or I Want to Be Somebody. I Want to Be Somebody mostly because it locked me in. It made me go, oh, they're not some gross band, even though they are.
Yes, for sure.
But, like, it made me realize that's not it.
Right.
And Wild Child's good. Like, it's a great track 1. It's a great tone setter for the record. So,
yeah.
Like, it depends on what we're trying to hear. This never helps.
I know, right?
Because we hardly listened to any W.A.S.P. today.
Yeah.
Listen, you're the W.A.S.P. expert here comparatively, so I would lean more towards your word because I like the song, but
I think that you can make an argument for 4 of these. I mean, this is just... I get chills off this shit.
Again, this lives in that, like, you could see a montage to this in an 80s movie or something.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
sure it's happened.
One of their songs was in a movie. I can't remember which one it was. I'm sure more than one, but there's one that I'm thinking of specifically with a certain movie.
I almost guarantee that this was in the new Karate Kid series. What was it called? Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
I could see Johnny training to this.
Hell yeah, dude.
fuck it, go Wild Child.
And then there's always this, since we didn't get to listen to it. I'm not saying this is it.
Our guy.
But I want to throw this in.
That's who we're looking for.
Jack Action, here we go.
Such a fun
It
song.
was so corny, but awesome.
Yes.
What's that? Shit, it was in Ted. What's that dude? You know what I'm talking about? The dude that they.
Oh, Flash.
Flash Gordon, yeah.
Yeah.
That kind of reminds me of that kind of
No,
vibe. Like,
Jag Action's better.
but you immediately hear it and think 80s, like, yeah.
It's Jag Action. I think you can make an argument for 4 of them. You can make an argument for Love Machine, Wild Child, Animal, or I Want to Be Somebody. And I'm partial as fuck to Wild Child. That's...
To me, having just listened to I Want to Be Somebody, I think it does the trick in the list. But listening to Wild Child, number 1, it's already a number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think you set this and you're going... It puts you right, like we said, in the 80s, like
yes.
an intro or something. It puts you right there. And then everything else is kind of like the flourish.
Yeah.
And it builds you up. Like, it makes you want to listen to the album. You know what I mean? Like, whereas I Want to Be Somebody, you kind of get the vibe already. This gives you kind of like, this band has depth. And 80s.
Right. And this is when they were really hitting their stride. And it's track 1. I think The Last Command's their top to bottom, probably their best album.
I lie. I disagree. I think the Crimson, but that's fine.
I mean, the Crimson's great. It's great. But if you want to listen to W.A.S.P, The Last Command is, yeah.
All right. So we're going with Wild Child as our number 1. And we've got The Real Me, Love Machine, Jack Action, that's our dude. Animal, Fuck Like a Beast, I Want to Be Somebody, Arena of Pleasure, Inside the Electric Circus, Blind in Texas, and The Great Misconceptions of Me round out the 10. Let's let Wild Child get its moment in the sun. So look in my eyes and learn alive the truth. I'm a wild child, come and love me, I want you. We've done so much here today, folks. I don't think you realize. We've set records. We've turned you on to W.A.S.P. Hopefully, listen to this list. You'll get the gist. And honestly, like, I know a 0 sounds like a 0 really is just this. The fact that it turned around so quick, and the fact that it goes to show you had a seasoned vet who knew kind of going in what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
You had a new ear who tuned into when they were technically better, right? And then you had another new ear who kind of tuned into, hey, this is likely what you're looking for if you're coming here.
Yeah.
That says a lot in 5 records for a band like W.A.S.P, who technically should be a throwaway joke 80s band, right?
Yeah. I mean, they did more than the Poisons of the world and shit like that. But at the end of the day, that's what they are. They're an 80s hair metal band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if they didn't make it onto the PMRC list, who knows? Maybe they wouldn't have crossed my path in a fucking apartment on Broad Street in Richmond. Who knows? But, ever since then, I've loved these dudes, and it's weird. I don't know that W.A.S.P is in a lot of people's top 5, but they might crack my top 5 favorite bands, which is probably bizarre and embarrassing to admit. But
because that'll be fun.
Okay.
Put a pin in that. If you want to hear Cory's top 5 and maybe V's top 5 and maybe my top 5, what you want to do is pledge to Patreon. Patreon.com/ohio. Just some $1 a month gets you in the club. It will get you the after the fact conversation that happens as soon as I say goodbye here. We push record and we go some more. So definitely do that. You also get deprogrammed before the rest of the world. You get access to different Discord channels, all sorts of great stuff. It's fun. Do it. And I will love to have you aboard. You don't want to support financially? Understood. Times is tough. I get it. Go to legionofstupid. I'm pointing like I'm on camera. That's because normally I'm on Discord, so normally I'm just kind of doing like this, and I don't have to worry about people can see what I'm doing. But if you can't support financially, legionofstupid.com is where you want to go. You go to the top of the page. You click podcasts. You click deprogrammed. Scroll just a little bit down. There's a sign-up sheet. You can come play. I'm just saying, we just did W.A.S.P. We're probably going to do Ed Sheeran.
We're not probably.
We will do Ed Sheeran.
We're going to hear this in the after the fact, so you're not going to get to
do Ed Sheeran. We've got some negotiating to do
after the fact.
Just saying that we will do the band as long as there's enough to cover. We did Bruce Willis, last year. So
yes,
there's a way to do it, and we will do it. So. Just think about that if you want to come play. If not, if you want to hear Cory episodes, you can go to legionstupid.com. You click on his name. It'll take you to all the episodes he's been on. Same with V. If you want to hear all mine, well, they're all of them. All of them are me episodes. If you don't want to do any of that, that's cool. I understand. Go to whatever podcast platform you're on, hit subscribe. Maybe leave, a 5-star review. That would be cool. If you're listening on Spotify, just give us 5 stars. That would be really cool too. But the absolute best way to help this program by telling somebody that you listen to Deprogrammed. That would be a great help to me. And with that, we'll WASP, learn them and love them, people. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.